Welcome back. You're still watching the Womxn Show. It's Mother's Day, and we are speaking about motherhood. And with us in studio is Julie Mentor from Embrace, a movement for mothers. Now, we have been speaking about some of the challenges that women experience generally in terms of mothering and motherhood. And now we're going to be chatting about a wonderful campaign that Embrace has launched today, actually on Mother's Day, which is about support networks and motherhood and friendship. And I'm really excited about this because one of the topics that I often see, even though we don't chat about it a lot, is that it's really difficult to navigate friendships or find new friends when you are a mother. So whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a working mom, you're a single mother, there are all these different things that are going on, and not everyone within the friend circle really understands that. So how do we form, really good connections, networks, and friendships around this? And Julie, I don't know if I'm describing it properly, but please tell us more about this exciting campaign.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think, in the first segment, we discussed a lot about the kind of the issues that mothers face that are really heavy and very real and need our concerted efforts. But whilst these things don't change overnight, what is really clear is that motherhood continues. And motherhood is not a journey that's ever meant to be traveled alone. Mothers, we firmly believe and embrace that mothers need other mothers, and that there is a solidarity in that shared experience of motherhood. Whether you are living, nearby to other mothers, or whether it's with a mother on the other side of the country, motherhood provides a sort of shared experience that you can tap into that's really very special, and is actually really powerful to bring about social change. And so we wanted to do something a little bit lighter. I think Mother's Day is a really special day to kind of honor moms, but we wanted to provide something that was perhaps a little bit more long-lasting than a bunch of flowers, which everyone loves to receive, but will potentially wilt. And so we were looking at the kind of gift of friendship. And the reality is, coming out of 2 years of the pandemic, one of the things that we kept hearing is, I feel like I've lost my community. I feel like I'm struggling to get back into the world, either because I'm feeling a bit fearful or because I don't have my network of friends, or perhaps you became a mother in the pandemic and you've now had this really life-altering experience and you need to find others and share it with. So we are running something a little bit more light-hearted, but what we really hope is really meaningful for this month. We call it the Month of Mothers, and it's an opportunity to meet up and make mom friends. On the side, I sort of describe it as speed dating for mom friends. That's kind of what we're wanting to do. And that's sort of the spirit of it, being very light-hearted, but something for mums just to come and enjoy. And there's no expectations around who you're going to meet or how it's going to work. So basically, because of the pandemic, obviously we're still, it's difficult to create in-person gatherings are opening up slowly, but we really want to make these events accessible. We're hosting them online. They're free. You buy a ticket via our website. There's quick links. You just sign up. There's no cost. And we're hosting 4 virtual events that are going to be facilitated by wonderful women who are social media influencers. They are sort of community organizers and mobilizers in their own right. And we sort of decided to theme them. So we've got one tonight on Mother's Day. It starts at, I think, 6:30 this evening. You log on, you can wear your pajamas, you can dress up, you can have camera on, camera off. If your baby is crying or you're breastfeeding, totally welcome, come as you are. It's 1 hour, and tonight's one is really just a celebration of Mother's Day. It's saying, you might have been really busy in the day. Perhaps if you've got mothers or other mothers in your life that you've been maybe, setting up cakes and teas for, this is an hour just for you. You come, we're going to kind of have a bit of a kind of group conversation, and then the idea is to break up into rooms, virtual rooms, breakaway rooms, in small numbers, and give you some talking points so it's not completely awkward. And everyone's there for the same reason. It's just kind of hang out with other moms and just kind of say, Happy Mother's Day to us. I'm a mom, I live in Cape Town, this is what I do, or, whatever your situation is. So that's the first one. And then we're doing one for, we call it the Mommy Hustlers. So we know that, as I spoke about, the pandemic has really forced women to be creative around securing, finances and economic means for their families. And we know many women who are working a job or are full-time stay-at-home mums, but then they have a little side hustle, something to kind of generate income on the side. And we're just always blown away by the creativity and the resilience and just the kind of just the force that these women bring in. And we know that networking is really powerful when you're trying to get small business off the ground. So we're doing a kind of a mommy hustlers get together. That's happening a week later. It's an hour again. If you've kind of got a side hustle, whatever it might be, come and meet other women. Then we one specifically for single moms. And this was something that was brought to our attention a lot over the last few years, is that single moms are often, their experience is not understood. They're either sort of lumped into a general category of mothers, despite the fact that they are holding very unique responsibilities that are not experienced by women who are potentially in partnerships in their home. But also sometimes they're ostracized or judged for experiences that only other single moms would get. And sometimes they're just kind of left off of the marketing, off the marketing jargon, specifically around Mother's Day. There's not like a recognition. And so we've created a space. It's hosted by a fantastic single mom. And it's saying, if you're a single mom and you want to meet other single moms and sort of shoot the breeze with them, come and join that one. And then the last one is just, it's for every mom, but we're calling it's a gathering of tired moms. So the expectation is everyone will be in their pajamas, drinking whatever, the 4 cups of coffee for the day. But if you're a new mom and you're just like, you're sleep deprived, or maybe you're even, your kids are older, but you just resonate with the feeling of just, you're tired, maybe you're too tired to go out and socialize. We've made it really easy, and it's about coming together, no shame. Let's find some fellow tired moms. You can moan, you can complain, hopefully we'll laugh too, and just kind of have these opportunities to create community. And I say it's sort of like speed dating, because it's little opportunities to meet lots of people in a very safe, private environment, but where the stakes are low, but hopefully the energy is really good. And you don't know. I've met some incredible women online over the years who really have developed into solid friendships. Gone are the days where you had to be physically present in order to have a meaningful conversation with each other. So we're leaning into that this month, and we're saying, moms, you deserve to invest in your personal relationships. And so you can do it this really easy to access way. And we'd love to meet you.
Julie, that is absolutely wonderful, and it resonates sort of with everything that you're saying. It's making me excited, because I know also, and I just want to bring this in, I wanted to say earlier, that last question in our last segment where we talked about childcare as burden, I'm a mother, so even as I'm saying it, I can feel some resistance to us naming childcare as a burden, which is part of like this expectation it shouldn't be, but it's really hard, guys. It's really hard to raise other humans. And so I often say that talking and just being with people is a form of therapy, and I love that, there is also a perception that we're supposed to be okay, and you said this earlier, that we're not supposed to need more, but these spaces, just to encourage women to come in and just talk about them with other women, with other people who understand, are really also healing spaces. And I wanted to ask, is that also, one of the things that you're hoping to achieve, which I'm sure you've seen in some of the other dialogues, because when I just watched the dialogues and didn't even participate, it felt, there was a great sense of validation and like, oh, I thought it was just me, but it's not. It lessens shame. I know I'm speaking about like some challenging things or what sounds like negative things. There's also a lot of positives, as you said, to laugh about it. Is that what you're hoping the space is going to bring for women?
Absolutely. I think we've learned over the years not to over-engineer it, but just to create a platform that is safe. And once women come together this way, the magic happens. It depends. So I think every event will be a little bit different. And I'm really hoping that people who show up get what they need, whether it's sort of a therapeutic moment, there may be tears, there may be some tears of laughter too. You're going to get I'm hoping everyone's going to get what they need. And really we're trying to make it as non-threatening and as accessible as possible, acknowledging that, it's hard to sort of as mothers, it's hard to claim things for ourselves because, again, speaks to the kind of the sense that we are supposed to give everything of ourselves to our children and to our families, and anything for ourselves seems selfish. And we're saying, be a little bit selfish. That's okay, because you know what? You're investing in yourself. You need that validation. You need that solidarity. You need that sense of community to hold you up and to kind of create space for you to just be. And so that is what we're hoping will come out of this. And as I said, I'd love to be able to host these events in person eventually, to host more of them. We're only touching on 4 themes this time around, just because there's only so many days. But the idea is to create more opportunities for women to tap into the much needed community that really every mother does need. And it may look different depending on where you are and what community looks like. But again, I fundamentally believe that mothers are not meant to mother alone.
Yeah.
And so this is one way, just that we hope, one little offering to say, just come, all you got to do is show up. You don't need to prep, come as you are. And
Julie, so we've got 3 minutes left. I want to ask, okay, so I know you said it's launching today, we've got the gathering, and then for every webinar afterwards, I think it's every Wednesday. Could you give us details about that? How women could get involved, where they need to go, and then also just a little bit about how to get involved with Embrace in general.
Sure. So our website's embrace.org.za. That's, if you remember one thing, just embrace.org.za, because all of the information's on there, the link to the Cricut links. So basically we want women to register, because we're not creating these links publicly, and we do want to create some sense of safety. So you register, and then we send you a link to the Zoom room for that night. You can also find us on social media, embrace_ZA on Instagram and Twitter, embrace_ZA on Facebook. We kind of we're very active on social media. So if you talk to us, we'll talk back to you, and we sort of share a lot about all the kind of things we're doing in our work, and also just creating kind of courageous conversations, around various types of motherhood. So it's a great place to be if you're looking for community. Find us on social media, go to our website, all the details, the dates and times for these Month of Mums events are there. As I said, they'll be there on Wednesdays. There's different times. We've kind of got a lunchtime one for the hustler mums, a later evening one for the single mums. So I don't want to confuse anyone with the details now, but just to say, if you go to our website and you go to our social media accounts, all the details for how to sign up are readily available, and we would just so love to have you. Please share this with your friends. Everyone's invited. I would love to see you there.
And that is wonderful. So guys, I don't know about you, but I am a hustling mom, a single mom, and a very, very, very tired mom. So I am looking forward to this campaign. Go to the website. It's on the screen right now, and we will hopefully see you there. Now, thank you so much, Julie, for sharing with us and for being here, and for this wonderful campaign as well. Thank you to Embrace. We are going to
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We are going to take a short break, but we'll be back with more after this.